What happened to the threat from the left that American citizens won't do the jobs that illegal immigrants are willing to do?
Well, we see it in the numbers. Americans are willing to do the job. That's what we're out there to do. What we have to give them is the opportunity to have those jobs.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's a load of crap. The reality is Americans aren't going to do this labor because those working conditions and pay are awful. They're terrible. And so, yes, they're not going to want to do those jobs. And not only that, but look, let me give you an example here, okay? So now there's a potato farmer named Andrew who talked to WBUR, okay? Now, he said, look, for most of the year, we don't really hire a whole lot of people, okay? We got a few people out there, but, when the fall harvest comes around, we do hire about 170 temporary workers, okay? In fact, he says this, quote, "We have 3 weeks where we give it everything. We've got 6 days a week, 12 plus hours a day. That's our window. And if we don't get it done, the frost, the snow, the blizzards, you name it, we could end up losing those crops." And so there you go. Andrew says that, look, I've even offered a base pay of nearly $17 an hour, which is about $10 more than Idaho's minimum wage. Even with that, he does not really get a whole lot of responses. Quote, "We're not getting people just showing up." So he's got a major staffing issue. And of course, the people that were willing to work there were the undocumented migrants. Back in the 1940s, we had something called Operation Bracero. So basically, the United States government and the Mexican government, they had a deal, right, to recruit hundreds of thousands of Mexican laborers to come work the farms during the war. That agreement ended in 1964. But with those workers gone, the farmers needed the labor. They didn't have the labor force anymore. So what did they do? They came up with Project A-Team, 20,000 high school students to come and do the farm labor. How did that go? Not well. It went very badly, in fact. Of the 18,100 teens who signed up for this program, about 3,300 ended up actually picking any crops. In fact, in California's Salinas Valley, about 200 teenagers from New Mexico, Kansas, and Wyoming quit after just 2 weeks on the job. One of these teenagers as saying, quote, "We worked 3 days and all of us are broke."